Bon retour. Welcome back to the Phrases en Français podcast. Today we're going to continue the French pronunciation series with French vowels. This will be the first of a couple episodes on this. But before we get started, let's start with a little bit of motivation. One of my favorite French expressions is petit à petit, l'oiseau fait son nid. What that means is little by little, the bird makes its nest. Learning French is not the easiest thing to do, especially when it comes to pronunciation. So keep this phrase in mind, learn it, and when you start to get a little bit caught up on something, think back to this phrase and it'll help keep you moving forward. All right, let's dive right in. There are two different types of vowel sounds in French, oral and nasal. Today we'll be focusing on the oral vowels. Did you know there are 17 French vowel sounds? Don't worry though, it's really not that big of a deal. There are as many as 20 different vowel sounds in English, so you've got this. On top of that, as an English speaker, you already know more than 60% of the sounds that are made in the French language. Let's dive in with the ones that we don't know at first, starting with the U sound. So the trick with this is if you make your mouth like you're going to make an E sound, like E, and then you round your mouth like going like E-U. So it's U, U, U. Give it a try. The next one is very similar to that. This one you do already know though. It's the U sound, like you're saying blue or pool. It might be a very, very subtle difference between the two sounds, but there is one, so pay close attention to it. An example of the U sound would be like tu or vu, comme déjà vu, versus something more like jour. Right, moving right along, we have the U sound. It's usually in words where you see EU right back to back, like ce or neuf. The next one we have is the sound. Again, very, very close to but this is usually where you see an O-E all in one kind of character. I don't really know what the heck that's all about, but usually it's like that O-E followed by a U, like or sur. Give it a try. Oh, excellent. Hey, go ahead and leave a comment below if you get that joke. And better yet, why don't you like if you get that joke and leave a comment, with your best guess what that is if you didn't understand it. All right, shake it out a little bit. Got the tough ones behind you now. Let's move on to the ones that we already have some words that have these sounds in English. The first one we'll do is E, which again is the letter I in French, not the letter E. So you'll see things like the word si or ami that make that sound. Some English words that are like that are see, S-E-E, not S-I, as in French, and neat, those kind of things. All right, before this next one, why don't we visit my neighbors to the north, Canada. What's a Canadian's favorite letter? Hey! Subsequently, that's the next verb sound we've got too. Verbs in French that end with er in the infinitive or unconjugated form make that sound a at the end, like aller or jouer. Another word that has that sound is also très, which is, très bien, like very well. All right, this one is the sound, like the letter the E in French. This sound is made in words like believe. It's that first E in believe. That's a really common sound in French, as it's in je, which is I, or le, which is one of the articles. So it's before like half of the words in French. So you'll use this sound a lot. Le prochain sound is o. We have this in English, like throw. French word for this would be eau. Easy as that. Water. E-A-U for that spelling. All right, and number 11, we have That's kind of tough to say on its own. Give it a try a couple times. like store or for. In French, we use that like bun or sort. All right, let's do a little bit of a review. Repeat after me. U, u, e, e, I, e, a, o, e. Leave a comment letting everyone else know which of these sounds was the most difficult for you. I know you're not alone in that because I went through learning all these myself and I still struggle with some of them. So make sure to leave a comment. And as always, if you are getting value out of this, like, subscribe to the podcast, to the channel on YouTube, Phrases en Français, wherever you find podcasts, and on YouTube. Have a good one.